Hi everyone, it's Laura at Hyperstamper. I have a custom order here, and this is a very, very special journal for a wonderful woman. And this giant one is 7 3/4 by 10 3/4. And this is a yearbook from 1953, which is a very special date for her. And reveries is a wonderful word that has a very special meaning as well. This is a yearbook from Dumont High School. So let's take a little look in here. I left the cover alone just because it's fantastic just the way it is in 1953. And I put a wonderful removable bangle. And there's a full necklace on here that she can remove and reuse. It's got some little dangles here, vintage beads. And I love it. And I put lots of lace on the sides. And it's pretty chunky there for its size. Here is the original first page of the yearbook. Stop, look, listen. And this is high school was in New Jersey. I love these pages here from 1953. So all the signatures from all the students. This student got, I think, almost every student's signature. The person that she is making this for in memory of loves coffee. So I've got an antique dictionary page with a coffee urn. I've got gardening pages here. This person loved gardening. O'Keeffe's is better for you, which is this is from 1939, this newspaper piece, and it's O'Keeffe's beer, and I just love that. This is also a newspaper page from 1939, and look at this. She wanted cats in here, and this is just a hilarious little article about a silly cat eating spaghetti. And this is a wonderful, also piano playing, very special to her. So this is the Lord's Prayer in piano here. And then just a little 1920s image of a cat up here. And a children's book page, just to give it some color. These wonderful large pages here, and there's the flip side of this wonderful yearbook page. Look at this. It's just, I thought he looked like Ross on Friends. Does he not look like Ross on Friends? Anyway, okay, I digress. I had so much fun looking through this. He loves gardening, so we've got some wonderful gardening pages in here, and I put some fun bangles with leaves. And coffee, a big thing as well, a good cup of coffee. So I found this also from, this is actually from 1926, believe it or not, which is awesome. And I've got Love's Messenger down here from an antique book, Friends I pulled from an antique book, and this is a dictionary page, vintage dictionary page. And these are all the theology words, and that was another word she gave me. And this is from this yearbook, and it is just a little play note here, playbook. And I put pockets in here because she wants lots of pockets. There's 4 there for her to add her own things to. So I've got that, journaling here and over here. And because piano and theology was something she was interested in, I put in this whole songbook. And this is vintage 1964. Love it. And I just thought We Two Together was great. And look at this. Could you believe it? Beer and cooking. That is just so awesome. So that's the cover of a little, a big cookbook all about beer and cooking with beer. This down here, I think she'll find some wonderful meaning behind this. This is also from 1939, copyright down there. And she wanted some cats in here, which we have lots of, but this is a really fun vintage magazine page with little kittens, and I put some vintage paper on the back so she can journal on that as well. Made that into a pocket. And this here is an antique gardening book page, and I turned that into pockets. So this card I found inside the yearbook. It was a commencement for the graduation. So I just thought that was appropriate that they should live together forever, because that's from 1953. And this is also from 1953 here. And I just thought that that was great. Charles is also a special name. So that was a great coincidence. Coffee recipes here. And down here we have more antique recipe pages. But look at this, blue ribbon coffee here. It's just fantastic. Philosophy was another wonderful thing. So I pulled this out of a vintage book. I think it's actually from the 40s. Yep, 1947. So that's vintage. And more of that beer cooking. And here's another wonderful ad from an antique magazine, Maxwell House Coffee. And look at this. This is from 1920, Etude magazine. And it's the piano in a briefcase. I want one. I want one right now. There's a little tiny pocket back here. She can slip something in. And then I just loved the title on this one. He is Everything to Me. And added antique paper to the back of both of those so that she could journal on them as well. More gardening pages here. And look at this one. It's a coffee receipt from 1953. 2-in-1. I just had so much fun. She gave me a list of what she wanted and I really went to town. These two numbers here are very special to her, and I could not believe I had a bingo card that had both those numbers. I just about lost my mind when I found that one. Piano page here, and that again is from 1921, the Etude magazine. It's a different one. And the piano here I thought was gorgeous. Some little girls down here playing with a cat. And this envelope here for journaling is another philosopher's page. I'm just in love with this journal. And another gardening page, and just kittens and owls here. I thought that was fun. And this is a special place for her. I put a vintage doily piece there. And this is from New Mexico, this one here. And in the behind it is, she asked for lots of pocket space for her to add her own things. So she can fit one back here, and in here. I might tuck more things into there if I can find things that she loves. This also came from the yearbook, and it was, this is the carbon copy on tissue paper, which is funny, but it's the class, it was the sort of like the commencement speech from 1953, and it's awesome. It's awesome. I read the whole thing. I think she's really going to enjoy that. Another cat children's book page here, little boy playing with the cat. I made this pocket out of a 1921 Etude magazine page, and look at this from the 1800s. It's a plate. Look at that lovely image added just to keep it from, it's quite brittle, so to keep it strong I added antique paper here and up here because there's another cat image on the back. Isn't that wonderful? I just kept finding things that were appropriate, and I thought it was going to be really hard. 1953 page here from a different yearbook, believe it or not. And again, these two numbers are very special to her, and they're vintage plain cards. And this is also, this fell out of the yearbook. So this is a fraternity, I believe. And these are the fellas in the fraternity from 1953. And I thought that should also stay with its book. It's been probably, well, it's been in there since 1953. And then this came from an 1892 book as well. Sunday Reading for the Young. Little cat tails there. And then this is the last page of the book. I just put some bangles there. And these wonderful autographs here. So I hope she loves it. I absolutely loved making it for her. If you want a custom journal, just email me. My email's below, and let me know all the things you want, and you might be shocked at how much I have. Hyperstamper.etsy.com, and don't forget to subscribe to help me out. Thanks tons.